Hello, thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website and see if those tips and tricks outrank them, get you on the first page of Google in front of a lot of consumers, which increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, you could use these on your own for your website, but I'll show you this opportunity for taking those steps for your business. So first, content. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage. That's just depending on the competition, number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So you got a nice laid out website here, very eye-popping, so good, strong website actually. But got your services offered here, which is good. But some things I would just increase. You could always increase your keywords, your relevant content that increase your searchability in Google throughout all the areas that you serve, which I'll explain that now. So speaking of Google, if I was living in the Renton, Washington area, I might type in emergency plumbing. And then here's what comes up. Sometimes ads come up here. These are hit or miss. You can invest in ads if you haven't already. But data shows a lot of times consumers skip over ads, and sometimes they go to this map pack here, which is citations. I'll go more of that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So we feel these are the most important. So it's important to be organically on the first page of Google with any kind of service you provide and area you provide for. So as you scroll down, typically we don't count directories like Yelp, Angie's List, because consumers will go to a local business looking for a service or product, especially if it's an emergency service. So your top competitor in this area is Beacon Plumbing. I'll compare your website to his. As you scroll down, you could see when we talk about emergency plumbing, when we type that in for Renton, Washington, you're not on the first page of Google. So you might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body is on page 2 or 3 of Google. So the goal is to be on the first page, right in front of the eyes of consumers. So I'll compare your website to his and see if those tips and tricks could outrank him, outbeat him eventually. So to do that is a tool we use called Ahrefs, and this is your URL right here. So these are your numbers, and actually you got a lot of strong keywords. You have over 1,000 keywords, which is good. So I definitely keep the keywords that you have already, but you want to have high volume, more bang for your buck. So think of some think of those buy or take keywords, all the services you provide, all the areas you go to, and you get very creative in increasing your keywords, which will increase your volume. But compare that to your local competitor, which is Beacon Plumbing here. So you see they do a lot of things as well in their website, but let's just see what they're doing. So here's their URL right here. And then, so they have over 5,000 keywords. But again, you get very creative in upgrading your keywords. And the great thing about keywords, you could do some things like, say for instance, if you do septic tank plumbing, you could put this is high volume right here, over 21,000. You could put that in your website there, and it gets closer to searchability with them and outranking them. So again, get very creative in your keywords, increase your keywords to compete with your top competitors in that area. Next is backlinks. So backlinks is anywhere where one website is linked to your website. So these act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. Also, you could think of this as like a popularity contest. A person with the most backlinks wins. But keeping this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. So it's important to have other relevant backlinks, other relevant plumbing companies, service companies, leak detection companies linking back to you. It doesn't help if websites outside your industry are linking back to you. It doesn't give you the trustability with Google. So right now you're using over 1,000 backlinks with 350 reference domains. So good, strong start there. But just compare that to a top competitor in the area, they're using over 7,000 backlinks with 644 reference domains. Same thing though, we could look at their backlinks. We could take the ones that are relevant, that are giving them strong traffic, take those, but also dominate those. So we could add to our own backlinks to get closer to these numbers. So once you're closer to these numbers, that increases your traffic and increases your leads. And then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your name, your business number, and address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. And since you have a Renton, Washington address, you definitely want to be in the top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here, but definitely want to be in the top 3 of this map pack here. Much like page 2 or 3 of Google, people don't click this button for more services as well. So you want to be right in front of the eyes of consumers. So citations include directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise. There's many more you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together on your website, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at, why that's worth it, to be in the eyes of consumers here, in the map pack, and here organically. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that would generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords, as I said, that could increase your more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads on your own. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I could help you out with that, give you some more information. We could talk about your goals. I could do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this video, that helps me get better at making these. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this was informative. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.